Hello ladies and gentlemen and all you motor racing reprobates. We are here for round 3 of the Group 2 Volkswagen Scirocco Championship from RR Leagues. Coming today to you, let's get the words out, from the fantastic circuit in the UK, Brands Hatch, the shorter club circuit, the Indy circuit today. So sub 1 minute laps. You'll see these guys go around. They're just starting qualifying now. Pretty short circuit. For those of you that don't know Brands Hatch, it's quite, as you can see there, the changes in elevation are quite significant. And the Indy circuit particularly has got a couple of what you call innocent turns, as you can see here, that take a little bit more skill when you're actually in the car than you might actually think. So I'm not saying the guys have got their work cut out tonight, but to keep it straight and square and to get the fastest possible lap time, their lines have to be pretty precise around here, because to give you some idea, a 911 RS can go around here in 52 seconds. And a 1 litre Toyota Aygo can do it in 1 minute and 8 seconds. So you've got 16 seconds between what is a really quick race car and a city hatchback. So you can see that every little ounce of error, every little ounce of skill that you have to negate those errors will pay you back in spades in lap times. As we see the guys just starting their quick laps now. Top of the timing sheet at the moment, Ralph Varela there, the 54.1. Just give you some idea, you know, these little cars only 1.6 litre or 2 litre, 2 litre inline 4-cylinder engines, produced about 180 brake horsepower, almost go around at the same pace as a Porsche 911. So some good skills on shows from the guys here today. Michael Kasparink goes top, 54.1. Shortly put back in his place by Ralph Varela. Goes into the 53s, a 53.976 for Ralph. Tom Conan, the current series leader, pops up in second there. Kasparink third, Simon Fillingham fourth, Colin Barker fifth, Nigel Wood there in sixth, David Dorr and Peter Wengel just pulling up top there in eighth. With Clive Britton just popping a time in there, with Team Micro Machines popping to seventh. Good to see Clive, my teammate. I will be there today, but obviously I'm here. Few medical issues. When you get to my age, everything's a medical issue, but today I just can't sit in a seat straight, so I don't want to be wrenching these things around here, so hence I'm in the commentary box. But all the luck in the world to my teammate. Where Radek Pavlicek's just popped up there in 9th position. Martin Kennan's just popped the lap in there in 11th, and you can see the gap in times. As I was saying, every mistake you make around here is going to cost you at least a place, as the top 15, top 16 covered by just over a second. And Nicholas Wicklander down there in 17th, he'll put in a time that no doubt bring him up into that 1 second gap. So a lot of time, a lot of playing to be done today. So let's jump on board with who have we got on track at the moment. Let's go on board with the current leader, Ralph Varela, divisional pole sitter. See if we can work out all these little nuances to get around here as quickly as possible. So tightening as he goes through the Clark curve onto the straight, Bramham straight up towards the famous Paddock Hill bend. You see the stands on the left hand side, all the boxes there. As they go out of view, on the brakes, drift it in as best you can, carry as much speed as you can down through Paddock Hill bend, keep it off the AstroTurf there. Towards Druids, famous Druids bend on top of the hill, down this short straight, through the left hander here, take as much speed as you can through there, jam it into second to get the car to turn, down the Cooper straight up towards Surtees, flick left, flick right through McLaren, and then brake as best as you can to get it round what seems to be a really easy turn here in Clearways Clark curve, but you just have to, and Ralph stops that one because he realises he hasn't done the time there. Where's Tom Cahonan? Let's have a look at Tom. He's just about to start a lap. finish a lap actually. Is that going to increase his putting me back? No, stays in second. So you take that curve there. That's a better line there from Tom. That's why Ralph dogged his last lap. Through Druids, keep as much speed as you can through there. Let it drift out wide as you carry the speed. Down towards Graham Hill Bend, as much of that curve as you can take without drifting too wide. And say second gear there, if you accelerate in second, it will just grab the front wheels and pull you through. And then just try and keep the gas in here as long as you can before just letting the car roll through this bend here to carry as much speed as you can down the straight. So he's purple in the first two sectors, tight though in the thousandths. Is this going to put Tom Cahonan on pole position? No, look at that. Oh, 0.03 of a second slower than Ralph Varela. Colin Barker just behind him pops into third. Michael Kasperink not far behind, you can see there, less than a tenth between them. Where's this? But look at Kasperink. Same. No improvement there from Michael as he just pops in a quarter of a second slower. But look at those times, like I said, a second covering the top 17, and even Marcel Lecken there just joined the server. Down in 18th, only just over a second. So this is going to be pretty frantic tonight, wheel to wheel, bumper to bumper, door to door. As to be fair, it's been all championship long. It's been so entertaining to drive, and tonight I get the pleasure of actually watching it, so this is going to be fun. See Kasperink again, just 1.5 down so far. Pretty spectacular last sector if he's going to do this one. 54.0 to beat. And that was a 54.1, so Kasperink stays there. What else have we got on track? There's David Dorr, currently sitting in 5th, quarter of a second down. You can see different lines by different drivers trying to carry as much of their pace. Zarella just pops in with a 53.8 now. Puts him a little bit quicker. Manojlovic there with a 53.9. Just puts him in 3rd position. That's a great lap for Romania there. You see, oh, David just dropped off the power there just a bit too quickly. And that's going to cost him as he comes across the line. I don't think he'll improve from this one. Currently on a 54.1. Crosses the line. It's a 54.3 there for David Dorr, so no improvement there. Let's go on board with my teammate Clive Britton. Yes, it's that engine rev. That's nice through there. Bit of speed. Jam it into second. Clive, get it through. Doesn't. He carries 3rd through there. Tends to bog down a bit in torque if you do that. You can see little ease off there as well to get him through, up through McLaren. Carry as much you can, just feather that throttle if you can, which he does beautifully. Just think he lost a little bit too much time in sector 1, but we'll see as he goes across the line. Currently 54.5. Car puts in a 54.3, drags him up to 12th. Tom Cahonan now goes at the top with a 53.868, just ahead of Varela. Let's have a look at Radek Pavlicek. He's just about to come across the line. Poor lap, you can see there, that middle sector for Radek. Lost over half a second there, so there's going to be no improvement here for Radek. Let's just see as he starts another lap. Straightens it up on that curve to get as much speed as he can up the hill. Brake under the bridge, just roll off the brake as he comes through Druids. That's nice. Powers down towards Graham Hill, hits second. Power man, there you go, drags it through. Through Surtees, right through McLaren, brake, Drops down a gear, keeps as much of that speed going through there. You can hear the throttle gently applied. This could be a good lap for Radek if he hadn't put that in that disastrous middle sector. I just saw that then. Yeah, no improvement there for Radek. Who else have we got? Let's have a look at Manu. He's been threatening. No, he's threatening now. Cancels that lap. Who else have we got? Here's Simon Fillingham. Again, driving the Team 77. And he's into the pits as well. Who else have we got? Let's look at Nigel Wood. Just about to finish this lap. You can see guys all dropping time in that second sector mainly. I mean, I just lost a bit of time in sector 1 there, but sector 2 seems to be the one where Cahonan and Arella are really pulling the boat out. Pulled up a bit more time there back in sector 3, so Cahonan, Arella and Manovic all seem to be putting that time out in the middle sector, the technical part. And really the time that's being lost is at Graham Hill, which is this corner at the bottom. I just found in practice that if you jammed it into second as you turned in and accelerated, it would just pull that front end through. Maybe should have told my teammate that, but obviously didn't. So you can see Nigel Wood there, great first sector, 3/10 down in sector 2, but this could be a good time to improve if he can just pull this last sector out like he did last time round. Runs it slightly wide there. Up on a 54.1, and that's a 54.3 for Nigel, so no improvement there for Nigel Wood. What else is on that? Let's have a look. Tom Cahonan just about to come out, so we'll let him do his lap first. We'll keep an eye on the time. 5 seconds or so, and watch his lap go around. Benners is currently out on track. Let's watch his lap. I think he might have to pull out this one because of that traffic in front of him. We'll see though. Up to Druids he comes. Flips the throttles, comes through there. There you go. See Rick grabs second there. That's the way to take it. Get the power through. Looks like he's not got a lap this time though, because he's sector 1 just not giving him that time. I say I thought he was slow through Paddock Hill. Anyway, we're going to look at Cahonan. Here we go. Currently a provisional pole sitter, 53.8. Through Druids down the hill onto that curb. Drift it over. Stays in third. To fall through Surtees and McLaren drifts it. Oh, you can see how difficult it is to keep full throttle through there. It's 4/10 down, 2/10 lost in the first sector, 2/10 in sector 2. This isn't going to be an improvement for Tom Cahonan no matter how quickly he does this final sector. 54.3, so that would technically put him somewhere around 12th position. It just shows you current pole sitter, a couple of small mistakes, and that would see him all the way down in 12th had he not put in that fantastic 53.868. It's better from Cahonan. So he's a 10th down in sector 1 in his own time. Better through sector 2, but still 2/10 down. This will have to be a miraculous final sector for him to do anything here. I think that's going to be Tom's final shot. .54.0. That would be good enough for 6th place. Speaking of 6th place, there's David Dorr on a lap. We've got the driver cam, there we go, that's better. You can see some of the effort he's putting in there. The rev counter going all the way up to 9,000 revs, it sings its way through. Suede dash on these, look at that. Or is that just dodgy plastic? Looks like suede. Show my age now. I actually remember these driving around back in the late 70s. It's funny, you don't realise what was good back then. You can see just how they slide through those corners. Just they can't try and keep so much grip. These poor little tyres can't cope. David already 6/10 down this lap as he crosses the line, so no improvement I don't think here for David Dorr. He'll stay 6th, he does. Who should we give some love to? How about Ben Reynolds? Look at that, Ben's just popped into serve, they're down in 15th. You can see just 6/10 off that immaculate lap from Tom Conan, but that finds Ben Reynolds down in 15th position. I broke into the 54s yesterday and I thought I was a genius. Second off Cahonan, wow, but a second off Cahonan here is literally not going to be enough. You need to bring that time down as much as you can and clip every corner, use as much of the accelerator as you can. It's literally about carrying as much speed as you possibly are able to every part of this circuit. Improvement for Reynolds then, up to 14th, a 10th quicker. 54.387. Let's give you an idea, 54.289 last lap for Nemanja Milojevic up in 4th. Martin Kennans, where's he on track at the moment? Oh, just about to start a lap. Let's have a look from Martin's point of view. Martine, should call him by his proper name, not by my name. Less than half a second down, but in 12th position. Qualifying probably more crucial here than anywhere else will go in this series. The further up the grid you can drag yourself, the more likely you are to be able to get a decent racing position on this track, which will be incredibly hard to overtake unless you do that by my time. Just locking up there as he comes through to complete the lap, and that's going to cost him. I'm not sure he'd have improved anyway. He was 4/10 down through sector 2, but that's not going to help him at all. He's into the pit. So there we go. A few cars still out on track, but currently and likely to be your pole sitter, Tom Cahonan from Arella. Kasprint there in 3rd. Milojevic 4th, Colin Barker and David Dorr round out row 3 there. Pavlicek in 7th, Fillingham 8th, Wood 9th, Peter Wengel down there in 10th with Binnersley, Kennans, Clive Britton, Ben Reynolds, Nedo Villi, Albertini, Wicklander and Marcel Lecken down there in 18th. Few names missing today, notably me. Jack Camaletto not in today, Peter Hindle missing on as well, so smallish grid for this race today, 18 runners, but on a circuit this small I don't think you'd want any more than that, otherwise it would be an absolute storm. So here we go, drivers just sorting out their fuel for the start of the race. Jack's there in chat, hello sir. Easy for you to say, I don't know what I missed, probably my amazing commentary of how to get round the lap. I can talk it, I just can't do it. Good to see you in the chat, guys. Hope you enjoy the race. Grid just forming up, 20 seconds to go, unless they'll get themselves sorted out before that. Let's watch from Marcel Lecken's car right at the very back. Oh, Lecken's going to drive through already. Jumped the start there. Just over Clive Britton's car, further on down the field, as the cameras pan round, you get to see any action through Paddock Hill. And they all come through there pretty straight. Getting on board with Clive as they go through Druids. And towards Graham Hill. Someone's gone wide there at the front. Is that Fillingham? I'm not sure. No, Fillingham was in the Millions car, wasn't he? So not him. Might have been Kaspering actually. Slight lock up there just in front of Britton from Wengel. That's caused Kennans to slow it. So they all follow themselves through here, bumper to bumper, but out in front, Nemanja Manojlovic has got the jump on Cahonen and Arella as they come through to end lap 1. 25 or so lap race here, so they're going to get dizzy as they go around here, but Manojlovic goes through in the lead. Cahonen, Arella, Dorr, Fillingham, Kaspering, Pavlicek, Barker, Wood, and Binnersley rounds out your top 10. Then it's Wengel, Kennans, Britton, Reynolds, Villy, Albertini, Wicklander, and then Lecken, who's got that drive through to serve for that jump start. You're on board and you saw him just jump before the lights went. We caught you, unfortunately, and that's going to be a penalty for you, sir. It's from the back of Manolovic's car. Just give you an idea of... Oh, is he giving that spot away? No. Managed to keep it. I'm just going to say it gives you a chance to give you to see the differences. In the undulations of the track as they drift through down Paddock Hill, down the dip they go. Don't run into the gravel, you won't get out of there quickly. Through Druids, queuing up behind him. Down they go through Graham Hill along the straight to Surtees. Manojlovic protecting the lines there to make sure no one's coming through. It's Cahonen risking it round there. Managing to carry enough speed though to keep him in second. Arella keeping very honest in third though, right behind him. In fact, let's go on board with Ralph. It's Cahonen in second, Manojlovic just in front of him. Ralph tends to like to drift it through here slightly. See, just manages to carry a little bit more speed than Cahonen through there, but no way through. Gives Tom a little nudge. Hurry up, Tom, get out my way. Pit bosses just calling Cahonen. Arella is faster than you. Tom, though, not listening. Round they go. So just while you're watching this, I'll give you a rundown. Manojlovic, Cahonen, Arella, Dorr in 4th, Kaspering up to 5th now, past Fillingham, Pavlicek, Barker, Binnersley up to 9th, from Wengel in 10th, Britton 11th, Wood in 12th, Kennans, Villy, Reynolds, Albertini, Wicklander, and Lecken around the back after that jump start. So there we go. Up they go. Manojlovic protecting that inside line from Cahonen. Down they go side by side. Arella's just waiting for something to happen between the two of them, but nothing does. Feel pretty much stretched out, but you can see is a train really, but enough of a gap between them. But these three really pushed each other on. David Daw desperately trying to keep it in the fourth. Kasprink after that early error down at Graham Hill on lap 1, trying to make up the ground in 5th. A bit of a gap then back to Fillingham, Pavlicek, Barker, Binnersley and Peter Wengel. Quite like the rear view from the manual. Let's go on with that one again. Get to see what's going on behind him. Look at the reflections, even off the VW badge. The detailing is fantastic. Through they come. Cahoon, remember, staying in 3rd then. Am I intending to take 2nd, or was it Arella did that? But anyway, through they go. You can see Mihajlovic just eases off as they come through here. Cahoon likes to keep his foot in. Arella looks like he's on tow on a jimmy bar on the back of Cahoon's car. Those two, remember, follow each other everywhere they go, whether it's in Porsches, DTMs, whatever. Oh, slight mistake there from Cahoon, and that's given Arella the inside line as they come up the hill. Arella's going to be late on the brakes here just to make sure he gets that inside line, which he does. He's going to run Cahoon wide. Cahoon's got the inside line though as they come down the hill. And he's just going to block that line there from Arella just to take a little bit of pace out of it. But that will give Arella a bit more of a run as they come down now here, and you can see Cahoon protecting that line. You have to ease off as they come through, which will give Arella another chance to jump on his back again. That's just allowed Mihajlovic a little bit of breathing space there from Cahoon, and you can see now the train behind just managed to latch on. So what was a group of 3 is now a group of 15. As Mihajlovic comes across the line, in fact, I lie, slight bit of hyperbole there. It's a group of 5 now behind them. Cahoon, Arella, Daw, Kasprink and Fillingham. There's a little bit of a gap then back to Barker. So Mihajlovic goes through. That's the gap back. 4 cars there in close attendance, just with a little bit of a gap back to Fillingham. Not much of one though. But that mistake from Cahoon, and you can see it was just a slight error as he came to the top of Paddock Hill Bend, just went slightly wide, and that just slowed that whole train down and gave Mihajlovic just a little bit of breathing space. That's all you need here to put in your lap, so you're not protected all the time. You can concentrate on your own driving. Just about to say he's almost out of DRS. Oh. Different lines there from all of them as they struggle through. Remember, the front front left-hand tyre will be starting to cook right now. It's the only tyre that really gets any sort of abuse on this track. The others stay pretty much lukewarm, but that front left-hand tyre really will take some punishment round here. Right, that view's making me ill now. Let's go back to normal. So Mihajlovic leads. Cahoon, Arella, Daw, Kasprink, Fillingham. Gap to Barker, Binnersley, Britton. Well, Britton up to 9th. Come on, team, mate. Wood in 10th, Pavlicek 11th, Wengel 12th, Villi, Kennens, Albertini, Wicklander, Reynolds after an incident down there in 17th, and Lecken in 18th. This is Peter Wengel. Radek Pavlicek just in front of him. See the difference, just that between him and that first position. Emmanuel Mihajlovic just carrying a little bit more speed through Paddock Hill, and that's the difference. That's why Mihajlovic is where he is, and Peter's down here in 12th. Not much between them in lap times, but soon stretches out on a track this short. Go back up to the front battle where they're all up each other's jacks here as they come round down the straight. Lap 10 and they're through. Mihajlovic from Cahoon and Arella. Kasprink now putting Daw under some pressure. Let's go on board with Kasprink, always good for a bit of action. looks up the inside of the door. Door just covers the line there on the inside on the curb. Quickest way through there. So that breathing space the man you had is now gone completely. Casper gets in close there to door. Door gets on the gas just a little bit earlier as Casper has to just take slight avoiding action. But up front as they come through Paddock Hill. Arella again looking to the inside. Only having none of it though. Conan desperately trying to stay on the back of Manojlovic as they come through here, looking for a slight gap on the inside. Romania cuts it off though. And again, sorry to repeat myself, but down the straight they come. Manojlovic from Kohonen, Arella, Door and Kaspering. Filling just hanging off the back of these there in 6th. Then a couple of seconds back to Barker, Binnersley, Clive Britton and Nigel Wood is your top 10. We're not even halfway through there and I'm knackered, so God knows what the drivers are feeling like. Overtaking here is going to be exceptionally difficult, but having said that, Kohonen having a look up the inside there, that's pushed Manojlovic wide. Oh, and as he takes avoiding action, onto the grass he goes. An error forced on him there by Kohonen, and that's put Manojlovic down there in 5th, back in the clutches of Simon Fillingham. David Dornall, that went back to 4 as Kasperick went up to 3rd. But now your leader is this man, Tom Kohonen. Arella suddenly sees 2nd place gifted to him, and now he's going to try and do the same to Kohonen as Kohonen did to Manojlovic and just force an error. Oh! Arella almost putting it on its roof as he just tried to take too much through Druids there, too much on the curbs, and literally two-wheeled it round there. Managed to drop it back down, and that's unfortunately given, well, not unfortunately for Tom Kohonen, but unfortunately for Arella, that's given Kohonen a bit of a gap now. After putting in the fastest time in qualifying, he'll be looking just to extend that lead now out from Arella, while Arella defends from Kaspering. So after all that shenanigans, Kohonen leads from Arella, Kaspering, Door, Manojlovic now in 5th, Fillingham 6th, Barker 7th, Binnersley up to 8th from Britain and Nigel Wood in 10th. Further back we've got Pavlicek, Wengel, Nedo, Billy, Kennans, Wicklander, Samox Albertini, Ben Reynolds and Marcel Lecken there at the back, taking Hughes' place. So Kohonen, here we go, round for lap 15. We've not even had 13 minutes yet. We've had 13 minutes, just about to go for 14 minutes. They've already completed 15 laps. So that's Kohonen through from Arella and Kaspering. Let's go back with Mikkel. Door, Manojlovic and Fillingham hanging on to the back of these three. A little bit more circumspect through there this time. Obviously lost his breakfast through there the last time. Kasper just feathered the throttle there as he came through Surtees. That front tyre just started to give way and not providing the grip that he needs. As soon as they get on the power, it just pushes it out wide. There's those little bumps that Arella caught a couple of laps ago. Looked pretty innocent, but as Raul found out, they're not. That would have hurt his suspension, I should imagine, as well, which won't be helping him. They're fine to run wide there. They've got the concrete out on the grass there to give grip. So they will get some dirt on their tyre, but not as bad as they would do if they go, say, wide here or cut the inside here. But they don't. Kasper stays right on the curb through there, using the shortest radius. And we'll go through for yet another lap. Kohonen from Arella, Kasper, Dorr, Manojlovic and Fillingham, Barker, Binnesley, Britton and Wood. Binnesley climbing all over the back of Binnesley. Binnesley climbing, Britton climbing all over the back of Binnesley. Bouncing around through there. Come on, Clive, he's holding you up. Rick taking a few liberties there on the inside of Graham Hill Bend. Carries the speed through. Onto that curb, onto this curb, brake. Just let it drift through on the gas slightly. There we go, Clive's on it. Those front tyres scrabbling for grip. And he rams the pedal to the ground. Through they go. Well, it's just dropped off the back of Devil Door. Must have been a slight mistake. You see the gap there. Colin Barker up to 6-0. I wonder if Manojlovic and Fillingham had a little coming together. Barker's pushed up to 6 now in front of Fillingham. Manojlovic just dropped back a little bit off the tail of Double Door. So group of 4 up front, these 3, and then Binnesley, Britton and Nigel Wood. There's Nigel Wood, that's Clive Britton who we were just on board with. And Binnesley in front of these 2, sorry, in front of him. Keeping the revs up there. Went through. Decent crowd out today, as always at Brands. He ran a little bit wide there. Nigel a bit deep into Druids there, just manages to pull it back though to give him a bit of run down here. You see the concrete blocks on the right hand side. There is a name for it where they let the grass through the concrete. I don't know what it is, but that's the blocks they've got there. So you do get half the grip you'd be expecting. Britain just having a look down the inside of Binnesley here as they come up towards Paddock Hill. He's got no, thought it was alongside, but he's not. He's going to have a look down the inside of Binnesley here, is he? He is, but Binnesley's carried too much speed through there. Protects the inside line as they go up towards Druids. Better line from Nigel Wood there this time. Notice the 3 of them in front of these lot, Fillingham, Barker and Manojlovic. This is Simon Fillingham. Colin Barker in front of him. Fillingham just have to get out the gas there. Probably ruin whatever happened between him and Manojlovic earlier. Cost him half a second there, he had to ease off behind Colin Barker. can see, despite Malovic leading the first 10 laps or so of the race, he can't get back on to the rear of David Dorr. So the pace really is controlled by the car that's in front of you. There's not much you can do about getting past him unless, as Cahonen did so expertly to Malovic, just put a little bit of pressure on him and put your car in a place where it puts him offline slightly. Which saw Malovic run wide at that very corner. So through they go, lap 22. Tom Cahonen leads from Ralph Varela, Michael Kasparink in third, David Dorr fourth. This battle then Nolovic, Barker and Fillingham who you're on board with, and then behind them Binnersley, Britt and Wood. That's your top 10. There's a bit of a gap then back to Pavlicek, Peter Wengel there in 12, Martin Kennens in 13. Fillingham, have a look up the inside, no, nothing doing there. Barker runs a little bit wide there, Fillingham trying to keep him over there, but he won't be able to. Barker drops back then for the racing line through Graham Hill. And it's as you were. So back to where we were, 13 Martin Kennens, 14th Nello Vivley, 15th Nicholas Wicklander, Albertini in 16th, Ron Lecken and Ben Reynolds in 18th. Lecken managing to take a bit of space on Ben Reynolds. He's gone out of the race, I don't think so. He's still going round. Yeah, Ben's still going round, so he's obviously had his own problems. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Sorry, Fillingham, we want to see. Pretty much stretched out now. Cahonen's still got Arella half a second behind him as he's had for the last 3 years. Kasparink second back in third, then David Dorr second back from him in fourth, and then Manojlovic, you can see the gap there between him and Dorr in front of him, and then you've got Barker and Fillingham who you're on board with. So with what, 3.5 minutes to go, barring mistakes, Tom Cahonen, it looks like he's got this one sewn up unless Arella can just put him under pressure and get him to make a mistake. So with 3 laps to go, let's go back to that leading battle. See if Arella can do anything about it. I think that just put pay to Ralph's chances there. Slight mistake coming down the hill, took too much curb, and that's just given Tom half a second or so of an advantage. Crosses the line, just under a second between, in fact it's a second now between him and Arella. 2 more laps to go, 3 more laps to go. Oh, back marker just sneaks onto the track but gets it out of the way. And that was Lecken there. He's going on the inside for Paddock Hill, sorry, for Druids there. So hopefully the other guys can get through without too much trouble. Further back in the field is past Binnersley. He's up to 8th. That's Binnersley 9th, and then you're on board with Nigel Wood here in 10th. So Clive up to 8th. In front of them, the Fillingham Barker Manojlovic battle rages. Fillingham just getting a bit out of shape. That's allowed Barker and Manojlovic to get away slightly. Watch Barker and Manojlovic go through Paddock Hill. And there as they were. And that's the clear and empty track for Tom Cahonen. This and 1 more lap to go. Kasparink in third there, normally a bit of a demon, but can't find anything on Tom Cahonen here. Arella's tried to keep him honest, but Cahonen's just got too much for both of them. As he slides the VW Scirocco around the last corner as he comes on to the final lap. Kohonen, Orella, Kasperink, gap back to Dorr, and then Manojovich, Barker and Finningham. Those three are still battling. Britton, Binnersley and Wood battling. And then Wengel, Kennens, Villy, Wicklander, Pavlicek, Albertini, Lecken and Reynolds. But you have to say, apart from one slight error as they came to the top of the hill at Paddock Hill, Tom Kohonen really has been pretty immaculate. They come round for the final time through McLaren. Clark Curve. And it's going to be a win in race 1, round 3 for Tom Kohonen. Excellent driving from Tom. Ralph kept him honest all the way through, but just couldn't put him under enough pressure there. So Ralph comes across the line in second. Kasperink in third. David Dorr fourth. Let's jump on board if we can. That's Binnersley in Britain. Oh, Binnersley just popping the rev limiter. So they'll come across in ninth. Nigel Wood 10th. That's from the Barker, Finningham and the Manojovich battle. Manojovich 5th. Barker 6th. Finningham 7th. Clive Britton 8th. Binnersley 9th. Nigel Wood top 10. And then Wengel, Kennens, Villy, Wicklander, Pavlicek, Albertini, Lecken and Reynolds. Important in that is that Martin Kennens finished in 12th position. First 12, reverse grid for race 2. So Kennens will start on pole from Wengel, Wood, Binnersley, Britton, Fillingham, Barker, Manojovich, Dorr, Kasperink, Orella. Kohonen will start down in 12th, and then Nedo Villy will start 13th. So just on their warm down lap, they'll drop back into the pits. Another 60 seconds for the start of race 2, and we'll be away. I'm just going to get a quick sip of water while you make yourselves a quick cup. You haven't got time for tea. If you're sitting there wondering what to do while you're waiting, remember there's a big like button there. Hit it if you haven't done already. And if you can subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already, that'd be wonderful. I know pretty much all of you are reprobates and you'll be here all the time, but for those of you that are here for the first time or you're watching this on record, subscribe to the channel. You'll get to see more of this sort of stuff most weeks with commentary. On Sunday we've got the DTM 2020 Championship, a 55-minute race. With commentary, I'll be doing that for you on Sunday. Next Wednesday, providing my back's better, I'll be back in the cars in these Siroccos next Wednesday, but we'll still try and put a stream out for you. And then the following Sunday will be the GT cars in Assetto Corsa as we go for another round of the GT3 Master Series. So here we go. Guys just sorting out their seat belts, giving their crotch a quick wriggle, and onto the grid for race 2. Grid starts to form up. Martin Kennens sat there in pole position. Red lights are on. Being held for a while here. Red lights are off, away they go. Let's look at the rear view from Kennens' camera. Good start from Martin Kennens. Gets away in the lead. Wengel there in second. Nigel Wood and Binnersley getting a bit leery there on the inside. Nigel Wood keeps it though from Binnersley. Oh, and that's looking a bit leery. Oh, that's not good. The men sorting themselves out from boys there. Martin Kennens leads. Binnersley is up to second. Peter Wengel found himself being pushed all manner of ways, and he's still... Oh, and who's that? Big accident at the back there. Is that Pavlicek? I think it was. Pavlicek smashing into the barrier up on the hill. Graham Hill bend, so let's hope he's alright. But out in the lead, Martin Kennans leads. Gap back, that fairly big gap back to Binnersley there in second. He's got Fillingham already up to third, Simon Fillingham. He's going to dive down the inside here at Binnersley. Nice move from Fillingham, pushes Binnersley. Does he push Binnersley out? No, Rick keeps the gas in. Simon just using his rear wing there. Oh, that's nasty. Rick having an interesting first couple of laps here. In fact, that was Peter Wengel that was in the barrier earlier. Is that Kennans? No, that's Nigel Wood drifts it out wide. Kennans leads over the line. Big gap back to Milanovic, only up to second. Wood in third. Binnersley, who on board with him, fourth. Mikhail Kasprink already just behind him in fifth. Fillingham up to sixth. Well, I say Fillingham up to sixth. He was right at the front until he got into that shenanigans earlier on. Wood covering the inside line there. Binnersley looks around the outside. All three of them not taking Paddock Hill, sorry, Druids very well there. Oh, bad line from Nigel Wood there. Milanovic now up to second. Or was that Wood in second? Tell you what, Murray Walker might be along, not long with us, but his spirit lives on. That's Nigel Wood in second. Milanovic made the error, he's in third. Binnersley in fourth. Kasprink looking at the back of Binnersley. Let's have a look at Kasprink. That's Binnersley in front of him. Kennans away like a rabbit. The tortoise is desperately trying to catch him. Wood, Milanovic, Binnersley, Kasprink. He's got Fillingham, Britton, Cahonan, Dor, Arella and Vinny right behind him. And unfortunately, Peter Wengel, yeah, too much damage. He's in the pits, out of the race after that accident earlier. Just a bit, it did look like Pavlicek. Yeah, Pavlicek's car, they're very battered at the front, you can see. So it was Pavlicek that went into the barrier earlier. Obviously, Peter Wengel's had his own issues, but down the straight, Milanovic just ahead of Wood, Binnersley and Kasprink. As they go in two abreast, 2 by 2 into the arc they go. Kennan's having this all his own way at the moment. Wood chops, sorry, Milanovic chops off the front there. And this is all getting a bit hairy. Tom Cahonan, this is what he's looking at in 8th position. 6 cars covered by cigarette paper, sideways. Go on, teammate. Clive Britton just in front of him, just nudging Simon Fillingham. Hurry up, Si. Who can take Paddock Hill the best? Milanovic Wood, Binnersley having a look. Kasprink round the outside of Binnersley, Fillingham down the inside. And round they go. Still 2 abreast. Straighten it out as they come down towards Graham Hill. Kasprink looking on the inside again. Binnersley having none of it though. Tom just waiting to see how this shakes out. Still 20 minutes to go, don't forget. Martin Kennans, he doesn't want to give Martin too much room up front because he's only 3 seconds ahead of this battle. What is literally an 8-car battle. Milanovic, Wood, Binnersley, Kasprink, Fillingham, Britton, Cahonan, Dor. In fact, Ralph Arella, Villy also on the back of this. It's a 10-car train, this. All on the back of Manolovic's rear bumper. That's Kennan's through. That's Manolovic. Nigel Wood behind him in the black and white car. Binnesley in the red and green flashed car, the black one. Kasprink looking up the inside of Binnesley. Just spots a gap there through Druids. It's going to keep Binnesley on the outside here. Sorry, on the inside for this turn, but the outside of his car. Nice taking of that corner from Binnesley there. Manages to get it through okay. Keeps this pace through. Binnesley just gets a little bit leery as he comes through there. Kasprink just catches his rear wing. Nothing to look at there as the four of them carry on with the sixth of them behind them. And there you go, that's the train. You can see the defence coming as they all dive to the inside first. It's just taken the front of Nigel Wood's car there as he chopped across him. Completely within his rights to do. He's the leading car. He can stay on the racing line. Kasprink manages to get that job done on Binnesley this time. As if Binnesley didn't get the warning the first time round, Kasprink sneaks up the inside of Druids again. Just this time to make it stick. So Kennan's out in front, 3 1/4 seconds from Manolovic, Wood, Kasprink, Binnesley, Fillingham, Britton, Cahonan, Dorr, Arella, Villy. Bit of a gap then back to Wicklander, Albertini, Barker, Reynolds, Marcel Lepindan in 16th, and Pavlicek just struggling with that car after that massive accident at the start of the race, down in 17th and out. And you saw Peter Wengler in the pits earlier after his issues, so he's out of the race also in 18th. So just 16 cars left, and 14 of them seem to be covered by a tablecloth as they come through. Kasprink in 4th there. Binnesley not letting him get away. Manolovich and Wood running wide as they go through Graham Hill there. The left-hander at Surtees, followed by the right-hander McLaren through the Clark curve here. The straight to complete another lap. Kennan's lead just been cut by a little bit there, 3 seconds now from Manolovic. It's just settled down slightly. Wood plunging down there from Paddock Hill. It's gone on board with Fillingham. Looks to be having an interesting race. Binnesley in front of him, Kasprink in the orange car, Wood and Manolovic in front of them. And looking back from Simon's car, that's Cahonan already up to 7th. He's ahead of Clive Britton now, who's in 8th behind him. Arella 9th, Dorr 10th, Villy 11th. Here's the back of those cars. Wood's down the inside of Manolovic here. Has he gone too deep? Oh, he might have done. He might have done, unless he can keep the power through. Manolovic and Wood. This could get messy. Wood can keep it there. Can he? Manolovic not give them any room as they come down the straight. Wood keeping it for the inside there at Graham Hill. Kasprink senses it as well as they bank and barge their way through. Kasprink taking full advantage of that situation. And Manojlovic now finds himself bumped back to 4th. Kasprink, savvy as always, up to 3rd. And Kennan's just out in front, enjoying a drive. Nearly 4 seconds now ahead of Wood. Let's go on board with Kasprink. He looks like he can smell blood. Wood just drifts it slightly wide there, but it's fine. Almost halfway through race 2, Martin Kennan's out and away, 3.5 seconds ahead of this battle between Wood, Kasprink, and behind them Manojlovic, Bindersley, Cahonan, Britton, Arella, Fillingham, Dorr and Vinny. Any one of those 11 could win this race. And that's no word of a lie, that's how close it is. Not sure where the braking zone was there, but they were wherever it was, they hit every spot of it. And they come through. Wood takes that curve beautifully, just drifts out. Oh, just too much grass there. His tyres were dirty now, coming through. Surtees in, just see the car get leery, but that's pushed Kasprink onto the grass as well, and that's going to cost him as they all plough through. Oh, big accident there as they try and miss Kasprink's recovering car. And who came out of that the worst? It looks like it was it Ralph Arella? It was Ralph Arella right down there now in 15th place after that. Big accident there as they came through clearways and the Clark curve. Poor Ralph Arella, minding his own business, just got caught up in that mess. So back in front, Wood's got a little bit of a gap now, back to Manojlovic and Bindersley. Cahonan, Kasprink, really after what was not his mistake really, was it Wood's a snake or Manojlovic's mistake? One of them, Nigel Wood I think it was, just touched the grass there, slowed him down, that slowed Kasprink down, and then like a pendulum it just knocked 3 or 4 other cars right off the track as they all barreled into each other. But the one person who really does not give a shit about that is Martin Kennans. He goes through lap 16, 3 seconds ahead of Nigel Wood here in second. 2 seconds he's got on Manojlovic. So where I said earlier any one of 13 cars could win this race, well I've just narrowed that down I think. Kennans from Wood, and then Manojlovic has got a battle still going on behind him. But little did Wood know that by riding just a little bit wide there out of Graham Hill would he cause eventually that big gap now he's got in second place. Savvy driving by Nigel, has to be said. Wasn't my fault, Gov. This is the rear view from Manojlovic. That's Bindersley just behind him. A gap back to Kasprink, recovering from that earlier incident. Cahonan smelling blood behind Kasprink. Those two just want to get on with it and catch up to the back of this battle. But let's go on board with Fillingham, who's got the Cahonan Kasprink battle in front of him. We know Cahonan's got pace, we know Kasprink's got pace, and we know Fillingham's got pace. But David Dorr just behind him as well. So these four will want to stay in close proximity to each other as they chase down the leading three. Kennan's lead now down to 2 seconds. 10 minutes left on the clock, 9 minutes left on the clock. Kennan's leads from Wood and Manojlovic, those two fighting over second. Billingsley, Kasper, Cahonen, Fillingham, Dorr and Villy fighting over fifth. Just have a look up the inside of Manojlovic. Just drifts it through, keeps it tight there through Paddock Hill. Billingsley right on his tail though. Up the hill they come. Manojlovic protects the inside line. Billingsley looks around the outside. Can he keep it there? Manojlovic pushes him wide. Billingsley tucks back in. Gets a better line then through Graham Hill. Stays right in the back of Manojlovic, pushed him through there. Can he get side by side with Manojlovic? No, he can't. So the two of them will go through here to start another lap. As long as Manojlovic just managing to catch that then. That just made Billingsley check a little bit, and that's allowed Kasper now right on his tail. So you can see it's not your driving that's causing the issues. It's always the car in front that causes you to have to ease off the gas slightly when they make an error, and that puts you in a whole heap of pain as Kasper barges his way through the inside there. Saw a small gap as he got it though. Billingsley keeps him honest, takes the inside line and keeps it sound there, pushes Kasper onto the grass there. So he'll have to ease off coming through here, or he'll push it wide. Doesn't use Billingsley as the brake. So nice driving there from Mikel. Cleans his tyres up and goes for another shot now down the straight. We'll go on board with David Dorr. He's the back of this train. You can see there Kasper looking down the inside of Billingsley again, trying to slide it through on Billingsley. Rick having none of it though, stays in fourth. Oh, Kasper getting it all wrong there, goes up onto the grass. It's just coming back to me, you can see that. So Kennan's lead down to under a second now from Nigel Wood. He's pulled away from Manojlovic in third. Billingsley fourth, Kasper, Cahonen, Fillingham, Dorr, Villy and Clive Britton ran out your top 10. You can see there's a bit of a gap back from Dorr to Villy. Dorr in eighth. Battling for the last place on the podium unless they can catch Nigel Wood, and unless he can catch Martin Kennans out in the lead from pole position in race 2. Remember, finished 12th in race 1. Reverse grid, it gave him the pole. Kasper going wide there out of the exit of Druids. He's going side by side now with Cahonen. Just banging doors as they go through there. There's no mirrors left on these cars after this, let me tell you. Cahonen pushes his way through. Fillingham sensing a bit of a gap as well. Bit of an opportunistic move from Simon Fillingham. Doesn't make it stick though, but Cahonen does. He's now up to 5th. Kasper drops down to 6th. Simon Fillingham is 7th. David Dorr watching all this from 8th. Hoping not to get collected like Ralph Arella did earlier. Ralph's up to 12th now on his recovery drive, but too far back to make any sort of impression on these guys. See in front, Wood's got the gap down to half a second now on Kennans with 4 minutes to go. Just keep an eye on that as Fillingham's going to look up the inside of Kasprink here. Nothing doing, just has to slightly give throttle a brake as they come around to start a lap. But up front, that's Martin Kennan's. Oh no, that's a view back from Wood's car. I want to see the Kennan's car. The Kennan's leads across the line, 4 laps or so to go. Wood hunting him down. Has the hair shot his bolt, and that's how close the lead is now from Wood and Kennan's. Oh, mistake from Kennan's. That's given Wood the opportunity. Wood up the inside and Kennan's loses the lead. Nigel Wood takes the lead from Martin Kennan's after that mistake at Graham Hill Bend. What has he got left? Can he pull this back from Nigel Wood, or is Nigel going to run off into the sunset? The tortoise has caught the hare. No offence, Nigel. The tortoise has caught the hare. And Nigel Wood leads across the line. 3 minutes to go. Given the lap times, they've probably got 4 more laps. Can Kennan's bring this back? Nigel Wood's been pretty quick so far, race 2. Oh, Kennan's will be kicking himself. 3.5 seconds lead. Finds himself now in second after that little error. The train behind him, Milovic, Binnersley, Cahonan up to 5th from Kasprink. We saw that move, didn't we? Fillingham and Dorr still all together. But it looks like Nigel Wood is away now from Kennan's. Martin, frustration would have crept in now. If you're making mistakes he won't want to be making, if he wants to keep in second, as he sees Nigel just get further and further away. Oh, well, that was nice through there. Keep it like the gravel. He does. Anyway, behind them, let's look at the battle between Milovic, Binnersley, Cahonan, Kasprink and Fillingham. Still Milovic. Let's have a look at it from Mikael Kasprink's car. That's Cahonan. Nice through there from Kasprink, but nice as well from Cahonan. Trying to keep with Binnersley. He's trying his best to keep Milovic honest. Through they go, 2 more laps. Wood away, 1.5 seconds ahead of Kennan's. He's got 1.5 seconds on Milovic here in 3rd. Binnersley 4th, pushing for that podium spot. Cahonan just being pushed there by Kasprink there as they go through. Cahonan keeps the position though. Great driving for these guys to be able to do this without having any serious accidents, apart from that one we saw earlier where it was really a cascade effect. Binnersley right up now with Cahonan. Sorry, with Milovic. Cahonan right behind Binnersley. This is Rick we're on board with now. Who can take this the best? They go on to the final lap. Oh, a nudge there from Binnersley on the Milovic. 4 wide as they come down towards Graham Hill. Milovic keeping the inside from Binnersley. Pushes Binnersley onto the grass, but Binnersley's got 3rd. Milovic under pressure, struggling to keep 4th there as he tries to get some sort of traction. Binnersley up to 3rd as they come round towards the final corner. Cahonan runs it wide, but your race winner is going to be Nigel Wood. What a fantastic race from Nigel Wood. Martin Kennan's comes home in 2nd after leading the race for so long. Behind them as they cross the line, who knows? Looks like Benazzi got it from Manojlovic and Kaspering, Cahonen filling in door, Clive Britton there in 9th, Arella 10th, Villy 11th, Barker comes home in 12th from Albertini, Wicklander, Reynolds and Marcel Lecken brings up the rear. After 16 runners, Pavlicek and Wengel out of the race a little bit earlier after their incidents. Pavlicek with a massive accident as he went into the wall. So there we go, an impromptu commentary on what I thought would be an exciting couple of races and was an exciting couple of races. Like I said, impromptu commentary as Nigel Wood celebrates by going all the way through down to the core, and Kaspering does the same thing. Good old race for him. They love how to end a race with a bit of fun, don't they? So there we go. Thanks for watching along with us. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. I'm going to jump off now and go and jump into our Discord channel and have a look at the chat. If you want to join us in there, go along to rrleagues.com. Become a member with us. Doesn't cost you anything. Completely free of charge. There's a Discord link there as well. Come and join our Discord chat. Get involved. You don't have to drive. Just be part of the banter. Who knows? You can even become a commentator like me. And watch some of these races like I've just watched there. Fantastic entertainment. Hope you've enjoyed watching it. We'll see you again on Sunday for the DTM 2020. More fantastic racing from RR Leagues over the next few weeks. Stay tuned, come and join us, and we'll see you for the next broadcast. Thanks for staying with us. Take care. Bye bye.